here in this lecture we move on to the next classification of tanks resting on ground, that is the rectangular tanks with L by B ratio greater than or equal to 2. In the previous lecture we had done the tanks with L by B less than 2. So before starting with what difference lies in this design of this type of tank, we must understand the meaning of this expression. So let me draw a diagram here. So this is a rectangular tank. So what does L by B greater than 2 means? This means that the length of this tank is quite large as compared to its width. So what will happen in this case? In this case, in the previous case, what we assumed or what we did was, we said that the long walls are supported on the short wall, and this short wall is supported on these two long walls. This long wall is supported on both these short walls. In the previous case it was possible because L and B were comparable and the length of L was not very large as compared to the width, as L by B was less than 2. So in that case we can say that whole of the long wall is supporting this short wall and whole of this short walls are supporting this long wall. But here we cannot say this. Now look at the picture here. This is a very long wall which is having quite a large length as compared to its width. So here it will behave independently as compared to the short wall, because it has a very large length. It will not be much supported by the short wall. And what happens in the short wall? It is supported on the long wall. As you can see, this is a short wall and it is supported on long wall, but we cannot say that whole length of this long wall is supporting this short wall, because as you can see the length is too large, so whole of this portion cannot support this short wall as well as this short wall. So what is the major difference in both these cases? In the previous case we said that both long walls and short walls support each other, meaning the whole length of long wall and whole length of short wall was supporting each other. But here only some part of long wall will support the short wall, and long wall being too long or too large in length is not supported much by the short wall. So the presence of this short wall will not make much difference to this long wall. So this is the major difference. So what will happen due to this, we will look into in the next slide. So as long wall is quite large as compared to the short walls, their lengths are not comparable. So long walls and short walls behave differently. So what difference lies? Long walls act like a cantilever fixed at base throughout the height h, and short wall act like a cantilever up to height small h, and the upper portion acts like a continuous frame supported on two long walls. So this is because as the long wall is too long as compared to the short wall, its upper end will be slightly free to move, as it cannot be completely supported by the short wall as it is too long. So the whole height of the long wall will act as a cantilever. And in short wall what happens, as the short wall is supported on the long wall from the top edge, as I explained to you here, the only difference is the short wall is supported on the long walls up to a length of 1 meter only. That is, the end 1 meter portion of the long wall is able to support this short wall here and here also. Similarly for this short wall. In the L by B less than 2, we assume that this short wall was supported by whole length of long wall and this long wall was supported by whole length of short wall. But here we assume, this is assumption, that only end 1 meter portion of long wall are able to resist or support the short walls. So due to this support due to the long wall here, the upper portion will act like a continuous frame and the bottom portion will act like a cantilever. So we can say the short wall behaves in the same way as in the previous case, that is L by B less than 2, with the difference that short wall is being supported by 1 meter and 1 meter portion of long wall, and the long wall behaves differently, that is the whole height of long wall acts like a cantilever as in the case of circular tanks with rigid base. So what we do here, we design long wall and short wall separately. So long wall act like cantilever up to full height, so cantilever moment will develop at its base, we calculate that moment, and as the cantilever action is on whole height, therefore here it will be capital H, not small h. So we get cantilever moment, then we calculate the thickness required for wall from this expression, then due to this cantilever moment we calculate the vertical reinforcement, and this reinforcement is provided on the inner face, which is the tension phase for cantilever action. Now due to the water pressure present in this particular tank on this wall, there will be some direct tension acting in the long walls. So direct tension will always act irrespective of whether it is being free here or not free. So TL is gamma H minus H into B by 2. We studied the same expression in the previous question. So this is the direct tension. So horizontal reinforcement required to resist this direction will be, this direct tension will be AST equal to 2E upon sigma ST. So this is the design of long wall. Now behavior of short wall will be same as we did in the previous case. The upper portion will act like a continuous frame, so we calculate the water pressure, we calculate the fixed end moments, and then we calculate the direct tension in short wall, and we calculate horizontal reinforcement at corner and at the center. So this is almost same, with the main difference that as you can see here we have not used moment distribution method here, because moment distribution method is used when, I will show here the plan, this is the plan of the rectangular tank. We used moment distribution method in the previous case because there was some fixed end moment in the short wall near the corner, and there was some fixed end moment in the long wall in the corner, so we had to distribute it in this particular support or corner. But now in this case, that is L by B greater than 2, we only have the fixed end moment in the short wall, so there is no fixed end moment or horizontal bending in the long wall due to no continuous frame action, so we do not require moment distribution method. Therefore the corner moment and the central moment are calculated, and the direct tension is calculated in the short wall, and the reinforcements due to the corner moment and center moment and due to direct tension are calculated and combined together to get the horizontal reinforcement at center and horizontal reinforcement at corner. So we get this horizontal reinforcement at the inner face and outer face, at inner face at the corner and on the outer face at the center. This is the same phenomena as in the previous case. And another thing, in the short wall, cantilever action is acting up to a small height of small h in the bottom portion, so we calculate the vertical reinforcement due to this particular cantilever moment. Here it will be small h because the cantilever action is only up to small h height, and in the long walls in this particular case the cantilever action was up to full height. So note these minute differences. So this is all about the rectangular tanks L by B greater than 2. I will be explaining the design problem of this question in the next lecture, that is on underground water tanks, because the in that case underground water tanks, the design of tank walls will be same. So I will be explaining you how the tank walls are designed for L by B greater than 2 in the underground tank case.